and Media Race. Billy Comminos is up a game. We were going to have a Delirium v. Vehicles matchup. Oh, sorry. I was my co-host just found me. He didn't realize I was back here already. Um, I'm on. I believe I'm live here. I'm enjoying it. Welcome, Bernie Wen.
Well, I was saying, is the sound on?
I believe so. I can hear you.
Nelson, can you hear us?
Are we live? Can we get some feedback on the chat? I assume the way we play it on Tuesdays and Wednesdays is once the visual is live back here, we're live on the mics.
Okay, that's what we thought too. But then,
round
one, we had no sound.
Oh well, sometimes.
And Nelson, can you hear us?
Yep. That's the case.
Okay.
So here we go.
All right.
So Billy took game one. I from what I hear, Tyler was a little land light.
All right. So yeah, they both kept really good openers. Both had 2 lands. Tyler's hand was stacked, 2 lands. Billy's hand was stacked, 2 lands. Billy draws like running lands.
Sure.
Tyler never draws a 3rd land.
Yeah, just able to deploy it all.
Yep. All right. Yeah. Let's look at sideboard.
It's one of the reasons. So like I didn't like him at the time, but in retrospect, the Scry lands at Standard were just amazing.
Yeah, they were definitely very good.
And I think it helps in situations like that where you want to hit like your 3rd land.
All right, so what I think Tyler will be bringing in, he has 1 Thalia to bring in, a possible Declaration in Stone, definitely 2 Gisellas, 2 Archangel Avacens, and 1 Sky Sovereign.
Okay.
You kind of want to become, when it's an aggro mirror, you kind of want to become more mid-rangey.
Okay.
And there'll be removal spells that trade back and forth, and you just want the card that, like a mid-game card that trumps the early game cards.
I think Billy's card that's going to do that is Tireless Tracker.
Okay, yeah.
That type of card is like super important. It's going to generate a lot of value. So he's probably going to bring in his Tireless Tracker, his Stasis Snare, his Declaration in Stone, fill out those 4-ofs. And then he could bring in Gideon's or Servant of the Conduits. Gideon. Bernie's recommending Gideon on the play. I think it's probably fine either way, because if you resolve that card, you are just you get to commit pressure to the board every turn. It acts differently than it did against the control deck. But let's see what Billy does on the draw here. I can see Bernie's point that it's much better on the play, but I think it's good regardless.
Like the reason I don't like it on the draw is if the aggro deck on the play has a good start, Gideon doesn't go that long in stabilizing a very bad board state. He's very good at
playing ahead.
Like once you're ahead, he cements the lead.
Right.
But also, if you guys are at parity, he pulls you way ahead. But
right.
If you're behind,
he
just dies very easily.
All right, Tyler's gonna mulligan. See, that kind of stuff's interesting. I've declared on the stream many times in the past couple weeks that 2017 is going to be the year of the sideboard for me. I'm going to learn how to do it properly because I feel like it's one of the most under-discussed and critical points of Magic the Gathering.
It's definitely a very, very good skill to have. And the reason people can't give sideboard guides is because every game is different.
Yeah.
Because people play even the same deck. Like, deck lists, there'll be differences, but people play differently. Like, you kind of have to gauge your sideboard plan based on what you think your opponent will be doing.
Sure.
Some people think that, like, my belief is aggro versus aggro, you want to become more mid-rangey.
Right.
Some people don't have that belief.
Yeah, you want to. Yeah, it's like the who's the beatdown thing, and you want
even more beatdown.
Right, they want to turn it up.
And it's a personal preference of mine to want to go more controlling.
Sure.
But if you're playing against someone who is in the mindset that they're going to be more beatdown, then you have to tailor your sideboard to match that.
Right. All right.
All right, they have smuggler copters. Obviously,
And,
the one on
and
the
dueling-
play is much better.
Right. Dueling comes into play tap lands as well. So they've Zendikar lands followed up by Innistrad lands, followed up by Kaladesh
Wow, no
Smuggler's
play.
Copter. No play for Tyler. He's got the land though. It's odd. He showed him island on the port town,
Yeah.
and then played plains.
Yeah, that is.
So a
In
little
his
bit,
body language right now,
little bit of information
from
there.
his body language, it seems like he has nothing, but it looks like he has spell caller.
Yeah, and I think Billy would sniff out a spell queller. So here's land declaration in stone. Nope. All right.
Well, it's. His
Oh
first
yeah. Oh,
turn,
I'm sorry. Yeah, it's his turn 3.
So that was a really good sequence of events for Tyler.
Yeah, I mean, you just can't like if Billy passes back, Tyler gets ahead anyway.
Yep.
So like playing into the spell queller and like
Yeah, here, yeah, I totally agree that you played into spell
Yeah.
caller. Like either they have it or they don't. In that spot, you can't, because if they have it, they'll still flash it in at the end of the turn.
right,
So you're
yeah,
not
you
wasting
can't
any
right,
mana.
you can't dick around.
So here for Tyler, if he can slam a Gideon, that would be so good. And this is kind of what I was saying. Like in this position, on the play, you slam Gideon, you're in great position.
Right.
If Billy just goes 4th land Gideon, he's really not that great for him.
Oh, this is an interesting. He plays.
So he's repping another spell queller.
I would have just played the inspector before the attack, so it'd get an additional damage. All right.
It'd be additional 2 damage.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, okay, he might not have had the inspector.
Oh man! So he's declaration stones the spell quellers, and he's gonna get 3/3 Thraben Inspector, Thalia's lieutenants.
Yeah, the reason he played the inspector post combat, he drew possibly off the Thopter.
Oh sure.
But yeah, the thing is, if I was Tyler, I would have been playing around the Declan Stone, and I would have let the first lieutenant resolve. This is a 1/1.
Wait a minute. Why don't they both get 2 counters?
I don't really know how that works. No, they come in one. They don't come at the same time.
Oh, the
Yeah,
the
they-
Thraben
yeah,
or
they-
the spell queller triggers stack.
Yeah. See there, I would have let that second spell or second lieutenant resolve. It's a 1/1.
Right.
What's gonna happen? You play around him having the Deccan Stone.
Right.
You just hold up the second spell queller for a
For
better
the
threat.
Deccan Stone.
Yeah.
Right.
Like that's fine. 1/1 that crews the Thopter. We're racing. I'm ahead.
Right. I'm kind of more worried about it stonewalling my attacks though, because so say like the 1/1 resolves, then he's got this copter that can block your attacking spell queller, or trade with your copter.
All right, this is a pretty good spot.
Oh yeah.
Billy has 2 lands and a tracker in his hand, and he just draws a white card of some sort. No, a gold card. The Moon
Oh,
Heron.
the Sigarda.
It's either
Heron's
3/3
Grace?
or actual Sigarda.
Oh sure. If it's the 3/3, it's a big game. All right, here's the tireless tracker. Counters abound. Here's a land. Clue comes in.
Where are the decks?
I have Billy's right here.
I had Tyler's somewhere. Oh, over here. Let's see what kind of removal Tyler has.
I don't know, but
He
here's the thing. This angel has flying and first strike.
And lifelink.
Oh, does it lifelink as well? Okay.
Flying first strike lifelink. No vigilance. It's like 3/4 of a Baneslayer.
Right.
But he's gonna hold it back.
All right, so Tyler triggers his copter, and Billy crewed his copter. Gonna trigger it.
Which is great for Billy. He has a land. He had a lot of hand or lands in his hand.
Right. He's probably gonna sack this clue at end of turn.
Yeah, Billy's really digging for like a stasis snare. Would you just drew?
Sure. Yeah, taking this angel down. I don't know. Like, I would almost play my land and attack in with this Thraben Inspector or tireless tracker.
Yeah.
Oh, here's an inspector. get a clue. Yeah, now your tracker can come in, without worrying. Force a block, and you can get in this other lieutenant, this 5/5 lieutenant.
Well, it doesn't really force a block. This is a 5/4. It can become a 5/4,
Right.
which still dies to the first strike. So I think that was a mishap by Billy.
Well, he's got the stasis there. I guess he can. He can
He should have
back his,
stasis there.
right. He can back his way out of it. I guess.
Yeah.
Here's a
All right, so Billy
spell
punted.
shrivel.
Yeah, that was a huge punt.
Right.
I was gonna say that by playing Brave Inspector pre-combat, you're not playing around Revolutionary Rebuff.
Oh.
But then he actually just had the spell shrivel. So either way was bad, but you should have played the stasis snare before combat. So,
So-
something like that happens.
Right. Yeah.
Billy
so
just
if-
lost his best card on the battlefield for nothing, and gained his opponent life.
Right.
It's basically, if Tyler could have mind slaver Billy, that's what he would have done.
And if this angel has lifelink, man, I'm turning it sideways all day.
Yeah. I mean, you just start clocking him. This 4-turn clock. I mean, because you're not really gonna block any of these things.
Yeah.
That
I
well?
mean, the 5/5, I guess, can keep coming in and like abyss you, but
But that's
Not
fine because
particularly
you take
worried about it.
5, but you're dealing 4 and gaining 4.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, the clock.
I think, yeah.
Billy has to do you 8 to make up
Yeah.
the clock.
Yep. 3-mana Thalia.
All right.
And Billy had the land. He had the 3rd land. Oh no, that's a spell shrivel, not a mana leak.
Right. I think it's a I think it's a fortress, so it's gonna come and tap this land.
I think you should play that land, even though he has tireless tracker implications. But by playing the 6th land, you can potentially cast 2 spells next turn.
Sure.
I would be tapping this 4/3.
Yeah, I don't know if Tyler's ready to pull the trigger on that yet, though.
He should.
Yeah.
Let's say you attack last turn, it'd be a 10. You attack this turn, it'd be a 6. And you can just chump the 5/5
Sure.
for 1 turn. Alright, so I like that.
Yeah.
He realized his previous passiveness was I can win
Unwarranted.
Yeah, unwarranted. It's good to, evaluate each turn, not based
Individually,
on
yeah.
prior lines.
Right.
It's good to deviate if you have a better plan of action.
Right.
So Billy's hand is the 3/3 flash guy, and not Sigarda flyer.
Okay.
It's got to be because you would have just played the Sigarda.
Here's the thing: if he thinks he can get this flash guy through,
Yeah.
he's gonna gain a boatload of life here.
Yep.
All right. Here's a stasis snare.
Which is pretty good. So Billy will gain 5 life, deal 5. But think about it, that's only a 5/5 life link. That only happens 1 turn. While this angel is just
Yeah.
always
Every
lifelink.
turn. Every turn. I think Billy's gonna use the inspector to crew the copter and cycle through this card in his hand.
And just chump block?
Yeah.
What is this card's a land? Yeah. Yeah. Seems. It looks like a rebuff from Tyler.
Yeah, that card's pretty much a dead draw at this point in the game.
You would think, but
Yeah, I guess you can counter Sigarda
you can,
or his second spell.
yeah, you can stop any 2-spell turns.
All right. The angel stays back.
This defense, yeah, it seems fine because it blocks his whole board profitably.
Right. And he committed that 3/3. That guy has lifelink on his own.
Yeah.
So. Woo wee.
Fragmentize.
This-
Bad news bears.
This is a big deal.
Yeah.
Because
It's basically
this
adding
comes in.
4 power to the board, or
Yeah. Oh
power,
yeah.
5 power it, because the first lieutenant gets 2 triggers.
Mhm. Yeah. 6 power lieutenant in.
Probably too early. We chump blocking.
Yeah, you take that one and swing back.
Yeah, because next turn that trade will still be available, or that chump will still be available, but it's potentially even more of a chump because it might be a 7, 7, 8, 8.
Right. Okay. Um. And this is where.
What would be really good here, which is probably not inside of word, would be Bruna.
Oh God.
We melted the Angels.
Meld.
Yeah, the Bruna is not in his deck.
Okay, Billy's making sure he knows what a spell shrivel does.
Archangel would also be very good.
Yeah, so this is a spot where like deck list matters. Billy has way more threats available to him than Tyler does, and so
Yeah, Gideon.
here's a little bit of a late Gideon.
Gideon actually is pretty good here. He can make 2/2s that block the 6/6 for
Right.
the rest of the game. So
Right.
he has to apply some pressure on the Gideon.
Right.
And he can't force through any other good attacks. He has a suicide in creatures to
Against
kill
the
Gideon. Yeah.
right against the
And
Gisela.
if he's suiciding creatures, then you don't chump block. So basically, you're throwing a creature away plus, 4 all the
Right.
life that would have been directed at your life total.
Sure.
So Gideon's not the best here, but it's still very good.
The other thing is Tyler quietly played Concealed Courtyard, and he's got this Scrap Heap Scrounger in the graveyard, so that can add one more potential attacker to his board, which might not look relevant now, but
it's not
over
great because
over the course of time it can add up.
yeah, like it's not great that
It's like
he's on the defense.
Yeah, right. The guy can't block.
Maybe good if he got another copter.
Sure.
That's one way around the can't block clause.
Yeah, it's like a free.
Just driving helicopters.
Yeah, I can figure out how to block then.
Yeah.
All right. Billy's gonna think long and hard about the blocking here. So he realizes that he can kill Gideon.
But he's throwing away a 4/4 lifelinker.
Yeah, he's gonna throw away.
But he will also be drawing a card.
He wishes.
No, with the Thopter.
Oh sure.
Yeah, because he's going to be discarding a land, which is
Right.
useless now.
All right.
for
Yeah.
an
So he's
actual card.
choosing to do this.
All right, Billy's flooding out. But
All right.
the copter probably.
Probably gonna live to see another attack.
No, you probably block the copter. I'd rather have the copter off the board than the 4/4.
So the thing is that the 4/4 could potentially even get
Yeah,
bigger.
5/5,
There's a
yeah.
lot of effects that do that.
There's only 4, but yeah, there are two more in the deck.
Oh, 2 more. Okay.
Lieutenants.
Right.
I assume that's only buffs. I'm
Yeah.
assuming that Gideon's no longer on the deck, or not sideboarded.
Right. And I assume Tyler's not going to stasis snare another another lieutenant. It's not like it ended poorly for him. Sure.
All right, so
All right. Gideon down.
his basic Gideon was eat a creature, make a creature, gain like 12 life or something crazy
Right.
because of lifelink and all the damage didn't go through.
Right. And I think so.
So
Both of them gained 4 life on that attack, and I think that benefits Tyler.
Yep. I mean, Tyler's still behind, but that's like a good move in the right direction. And I think I see a flip card. Maybe not.
So we're gonna get an man. So if Billy gets
Avison,
frisky
yeah, Avison.
and puts it, and Tyler responds with an Avison, it could be a
When they
big
played
deal.
in the Swiss, Tyler was in a spot where he was definitely going to lose, and then Billy attacked into an on-board Avison flip and a wiped Billy's board.
Oh sure. Yeah.
So I think Billy knows what Avison does now.
Yeah. Having watched Standard over the past couple 5-6 weeks, there's a lot of people
Who
that
forget
just
about Avison flip.
yeah they just.
The
I mean, a
card
lot
has
of
so much text.
a lot of people playing. It's got 2 sides worth
Yeah.
of text. You have to read one side and then flip it over and read
Yeah.
a completely different side.
Yeah.
It was the best red card in Standard for a
Yeah.
long time.
No, not anymore. Red's pretty good now.
But there's a lot of people like playing Avacyn's, especially with like a selfless spirit interaction, that just miss that she's gonna deal 3 damage to their opponent.
Oh, it is a flip card. It might be another Gisela.
Oh God, is it a Bruna?
No, it definitely is not a Bruno.
Oh, we don't have one.
Yeah, we don't have one.
I just feel like
Bruna would take over the game.
I'd have the 1 value Bruna in my deck if I'm gonna play the
Bruna would be
Gisela.
great in this matchup.
Yeah.
Like Brazella is like what, 9-10.
Yeah, it's some
lifelink,
big monstrosity
vigilance,
idiot.
Can't cast spells to 3 or less.
Yeah.
Or
It would just shut him out of the game entirely.
so I don't know if that's a backup one or what is going, or is he just baiting hard with the Avacyn?
I don't know.
I would hold his lands.
Yeah.
Unless I know he's had 1 copy go to the graveyard. Maybe he sided out some copies.
Sure.
All right, Sky Sovereign for Billy is pretty good.
Oh, jeez.
All right, block. Avacyn. Oh, I see now.
Oh, he's
That's
it's
second
another
Gisela,
Bruna. Or Gisela.
Yep.
Alright. So Billy's got Sky Sovereign, 2 lands, and is that a Gideon? No?
No, it's all lands and a Sky Sovereign, I
Alright.
believe. If there's a Gideon.
Billy's been hitting a lot of lands.
Oh, now you drew another checklist card.
Oh, good.
This one has to be Avacyn. He only has 2 Giselles.
Okay. It's kind of dimly lit back here, so
Are there any other flip cards?
turn on the flashlight app. Boom.
Yeah, no other flip cards.
Yeah, he's got the 2 Avacyn in the sideboard. Man, this deck's kind of spread out. He's got some Always Watchings in it. He's got some.
All right, so
Just as
Billy
a personal preference, love tight deck lists. Spread out deck lists kind of. I feel awkward about them. It makes me feel like every card's more valuable because I only get like 1 or 2 shots at casting this card. Man, Billy's got so many big guys on the board. He found his 3rd Thalia's Lieutenant. And Tyler, he's just over there daydreaming about Declaration in Stone.
Deck in Stone would be amazing.
Right. I'm just saying. Here's Archangel Avacyn.
He has 1 in the main, 1 in the side. Ooh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, move to blocks. Double block your big idiot.
Yep.
And so this is really interesting. Here's our conquering hero.
We're still in progress.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just wet.
You're such a nice guy. Do you know the guy you're helping? You don't even know?
No.
Such a nice guy.
Karmic points.
Carmen?
Yeah, man. Listen.
All right, so it's pouring
Too
outside.
bad
Our
that you're.
co-commentator, Jack Grannon, is helping a stranger jump a car.
Jack Grannon's life is so nice though that his karmic bank is negative. So I think he feels
yeah.
obligated to do this kind of
Especially
thing.
after telling us your coach story, you probably should.
Anyway, Avacyn takes over this game with her vigilance.
Avacyn is such a good magic card.
And all right, so would you be jamming your Scrap Heap Scrounger in?
I don't think so, because like the flip isn't that good for you.
Yeah, it kills your other angel as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would not.
Okay. So just the 4 with the Avacyn over and over again.
I would probably attack with not even the Avacyn, because you can just crew the Skyship.
Oh sure. That Skyship is quite the ship.
Yeah.
It's like holy ship.
What is in Tyler's hand? Rebuff and what? What is his second card?
I don't know.
Wait, so how did you get hooked into helping this guy?
He asked if anyone needed help.
Oh.
So Taylor offered his jumper cables, and I offered my car.
Oh, nice guy, Jack.
Would you not do the same thing?
I don't know.
It's right. Is it that hard? I mean, are you having a difficult time with it?
He's having trouble keeping the clamps on the terminals. He doesn't have like a lot of excess protrusion. So
Oh, that's brutal.
yeah, But and so we started. I started my car. You're supposed to wait 5 minutes. He tried to start his car. In the process, one of them popped off.
Clamps popped.
Yeah.
Clamp
So
popping.
now we're gonna try again.
We're waiting again.
He was getting power though, so he was getting lights to the dash, which is
That's a positive sign when you're jumping a car.
yeah.
I didn't know you're supposed to wait 5 minutes. You know way more about this than I do, so.
I literally just googled it now just to check.
Oh,
All
okay.
right, so that was a really good turn for Billy.
Yeah.
He crewed the skyship. And
A good
shot
choice.
down, the 4-3 angel.
Yeah, nice. And so the other angel flips. We're gonna deal 3 damage everywhere.
Yep.
So I
So Billy
think
is
I
thinking
think
about flashing in this guy to save.
his entire team,
It wouldn't save his entire.
all but one.
Yeah, it would save everything. Does it give itself the buff?
Oh man, I hope so.
I don't know if it does.
They print the word other often right
Yeah.
now. Oh man, he telegraphed it without doing it, and that's awkward.
Or maybe it's just a next level bluff. But Billy does have it. But his opponent could read it as a bluff.
Oh man. All right, so we got a 6/5 angel.
So
She's all kinds of.
So the board is relatively like even, like board wise.
Yeah, but this is a very wet board.
Uh,
A lot of things can happen with these cards in play.
yes. Like Tyler just needs to draw something, like a removal spell, a fragmentize. This is not a terrible start. Actually, pretty good. He can
Yeah,
make
it's okay.
a 1/1 with Westfall Abbey.
Oh yeah, crew it up.
And that's why I said it was even, because like he can chump block indefinitely the 5/5 Lifelinger,
Uh-huh.
and then he can trade off Avison for the Skyship. And Billy
Right.
always has
Yeah,
to play around the fact that Tyler blows him out if he has the second Avison. So he basically eats the
are they allowed to
Skyship.
both be in play?
Yep.
A flipped and unflipped?
Face up, face down, or different cards.
Oh man, that's insane. All right. So,
Is this end of turn or main phase? What is going on?
we're on the main phase.
Why is he? This
Alright.
seems like a very ambitious.
So, all right. So, these guys are 5/5s.
Yeah.
Because of the ability. I would have additionally gotten in with the Thraben Inspector. Because, like, what's he? All right, you chump off my Thraben Inspector. That's fine.
Oh, he's making.
All right. And so Billy gets to eat this copter.
Which is fine.
Awesome.
For Tyler also, because he gets to draw a fresh card.
Sure.
Because he has garbage in his hand. He has a land and a rebuff in his hand. These are two cards that basically make Thoptery draw a card.
Right. All right. And so here we see Billy way ahead. All right, so
It's kind of awkward because I think Billy has a Fragmentize in his hand. You can just Fragmentize Thopter.
we've got some incoming information that we may have. So the point was, doesn't Abison flip on non-angel deaths? And that is correct. And so if they triggered that illegally, I think we're deep enough in the game right now
Yeah.
that I don't want to get it. Like, I wouldn't get a judge.
No, yeah, it is true. It is
But-
non-angel.
Right. So let's give us a second here. All right, Tyler's gonna take 3. We're gonna trade this 3/3 for the Reflector Mage.
Yeah, I think it's way too far. And
It's way
Judge-
too far to rewind
Yeah, I
the
think too far.
event.
Yeah, the judge has been watching the entire time too.
Oh, okay.
So if everyone missed it, I don't know what
Yeah.
to fix it.
So I was actually judging when they changed this rule. So when it used to be, Billy is not at 361. While he has been gaining quite a bit of life here, 34 is a much more reasonable estimation of what his life total is. So it used to be that during top 8 matches, a judge would sit and watch the game and like make sure all the plays were legal.
Yeah.
They stopped doing that, and
Very interesting uses of Reflector Rage.
yeah, he's just trying to get some damage in here.
But the
Turn the
damage,
attack with the 1/1.
the 3 damage.
Get the 1/1 in.
No, that's good at non-attack because he bounced the Heron.
Oh sure.
He knew about that one.
Okay.
But I don't think 3 damage is worth a future card.
Anyway, so even if a judge is standing right there and everything's missed, you're still responsible for all the triggers.
Mm.
So I don't know if the judge handles that. Tyler chose not to activate Westvale Abbey.
He's maybe worried about his life total.
Yeah, and with Billy sitting there with 5, 6 cards in hand, I don't know how many he is exactly,
And also,
but
going down on 4 puts him in a real tough spot if he has advocacy.
right. I mean, that's another part is like the Profane Prince doesn't actually do that much. You have to assume Stasis Snare is up there if it's just not gonna cast things.
All of inspectors.
Right.
I don't think Billy has Avacyn in his deck.
Does Billy have Avacyn anywhere in this list? Negative. Negative. Yeah. This skyship coming in though was a nice play.
There was a cleric that died. I think he was
Oh, okay. All right, we missed that then. I didn't even question it at the time. I came in from outside of our booth. There's
Alright,
a watcher.
So Tyler was playing around Avacyn and he decides not to, which is a smart move because he's so far behind right now.
Yeah, you can't. You got to narrow down the list of cards you play around.
Mostly he has a lot of lands in his hand. And rebuff.
Yep. Yeah, an attack from Billy next turn pretty much seals it up. In fact, if I were Billy, I might even go as far as to like Stasis Snare something and just end the game.
I would draw first at the end of this turn.
Sure.
Because you're stasis snaring.
Right, you have all the mana you need to do any
I'd
number of
rather play around.
to take any number of actions.
3 mana counter.
Mhm.
Alright, that's a flip card. It's green oral.
Yeah, the
Tyler's
Duskwatch Recruiter.
Yeah.
Just get.
Okay. Did it.
Make sure we don't get to loot. I think you still come in here, yeah. Yeah, if he gets squirrely with like a big block, you get to Stasis Snare something and get multiple for 1. More land.
That's actually really good.
Oh yeah. I mean, he's gonna get to activated 2 or 3 different times, and 1, 2, 2 times. And I think 2 cards is enough to put him. I mean, he's already over the top winning the game, but
Before his draw, his hand was rebuff, land, and then he drew a white card.
okay, he's playing checklist cards, so the white card could not be Avacyn.
He really needs Bruna. Oh, he's just going for it.
He's going for it. This is
He has to do it.
all right. Stasis Snare so Tyler made the Profane Prince there with the Westvale Abbey, and Billy had the Stasis Snare. It was just the only way he was going to win the game.
Yeah, I think you go for it. I think you have to go for it.
Yeah, you got to go. I mean, the longer you sit, the more he's for sure going to have it. All right, so we're going to bring the finals match to you.